Good evening and welcome to VAS Golf. Hope everybody's well at home. Short game, vitally important. This used to save me tons and tons of shots. When I was younger, I didn't have the distance off the tee, and this would just absolutely save me so many shots. From 100 yards in, I was classed as, certainly in Middlesex, certainly in junior ranks, as one of the best. Even if I'm saying so myself, but I was quoted by other guys for being that. But I used to put the work in. Finishing school, I would literally hit the chip in area, 100 yards in shots with a sort of sand line lob wedges, and it basically put the work in. So we're going to talk about chipping today. Okay, so like I said, the facilities here at the Grove are awesome, but by having awesome facilities, you get really tight grass. Now, I would normally putt this, but this is a chipping lesson. So you're going to see me take the club up outside the line and drop it behind the ball. And hopefully ends up about a foot away. Same again, outside the line. Right, so I dug the club in there a bit, not quite a good shot. Went a bit long. And again, that's got to hit the flag because that's quick. Right, the thing with this is, they weren't very good shots, those two, but we keep going. Right, that's better. That's got a chance. 6. Right, the thing is, I'll talk while I'm picking these balls up. So one's ended up like 2 foot away, another 4 foot, and the other two have run past. Now this is all downhill from the flag onwards. The important thing with chipping is, and I know because I lost my chip in there for about a couple of years, this used to be the strongest part of my game, like I said, and it's now, I wouldn't say the weakest, but it's not far off, because I don't put the work in anymore, and I've now gone back to how I used to chip. So this is really tricky off this tight ground. I'm trying to nip it. Same again, outside the line, nip it. Right, that has got a chance of going in. Oh, almost. Right, so I've got the ball lined up with my left heel. I'm actually taking the club outside the line and dropping it down. If I take it inside the line and flick it through, watch what happens. Right, well that, I'm not sure if you can quite see from there, but that's almost gone into the rough. And that's why I'm taking it outside the line and dropping it down. So again, outside the line, drop it down, let the ground do the work for you. That's got another chance of going in. Again. Right, I've put way too much spin on that. I'll put a lot of spin on that, but I don't think it's going to grab enough. Right, we'll go and have a look, see where those have ended up. The last one wasn't a great shot. It ran out a little bit on me with the cutting across, but as you can see, the first two are fine, almost hold them. The next one's run past, and the other one, like I said, it was from an inside to out. Hence, you kind of put an overspin on it rather than cut spin. Right, okay. So as you can see, the ball's in line with my sort of in the left inner step. I'm going to take the club outside the line. Again, I'll show you a different angle and drop the club on it. So outside the line, drop the club on it. And that's got a chance of going in, nearly. So again, and grip pressure is really light. So I'm gripping it extremely light. I've actually hit the, you probably heard that, I hit the flag before. Right. Right, I will come back to all this stuff, the bunker plays, the chipping, we'll do all sorts. Right, again, outside the line and dropping it down, outside the line, dropping it down. I've absolutely cut the legs off that. I didn't get that right, so I went under it. But that, where you get that better is from practice. So again, you've got to keep going. So it's outside the line, drop it down. That's a nice shot. Right, so apart from that second one, not too bad. And again, like I said, it's really tight here. So the important thing is you have to commit to the shot, go through. I've got that fat, okay, but I got enough of the ball. Again, not the greatest of shots, but as you can see there, I ended up with three fairly close and one that I got underneath it too much. Right, we'll change the angle again. We'll go from here. Right, again, tight lie. You'll see the angle of the club on the way back here and from here, from this one. Yep. Okay, let's turn this around a little bit. That's better. Okay. So like I said, I struggled for probably 3 years because I used to practice this all the time and I've practiced this zero. So how do I expect it to just... And as I'm getting older, and as you get older, you can't just turn up, no matter what sort of ability, natural ability. I was quite fortunate, I had a lot of natural ability with golf. But you find you can't just turn up and play. Like today, we played up. I rushed to get here. No excuses, but I did rush to get here. Made it on time. At least played in the dry 18 holes on an awesome golf course that's set up probably too difficult because of the rough being the way it is. And some of the pin placements are a joke. But, like I said, it's another round under my belt. So again, open. It's got a chance. So if you can see, look, I took the club outside the line. This is along the line and this is inside the line. So you're drawing 3 lines, one there, one straight back and one inside. If I'm teaching someone, I'll probably get them to square up a little bit more and probably chip like that with a squarer face. And as you can see, it's probably a better shot than the other one, but how many times am I going to do that? I prefer to cut across it. A bit like the bunker play when we're doing the bunker play and standing there and trying to cut the legs off it, trying to get a bit of spin like that. Another good one is that you chip and your right hand doesn't overtake your left. Tiger says that quite a bit, but he's right. Obviously, he would be right, wouldn't he? I've caught a bit of ground, but that might work out quite nice. Okay, so again, all around the, I don't know, 2-3 foot maybe max, but not much left. 4 decent shots. Okay, and again, and then all you do, you control the distance by the length of the swing. So if it's a shorter one, just a shorter swing. But the important thing, and this is the really tricky one, if you've got a short one like this one here, is you still got to be aggressive. Got a chance. Yeah, you still got to be aggressive with it, even though it's a short shot. The longer ones, stand there and, I mean, I've cut the legs off that one again, but it should be okay. So when I mean cut the legs off it, if you're not understanding that, I've gone too neatly underneath it. I haven't caught any ground. The ground and the sole of the club will help you. The bounce of the club. This is the bounce of the club. This will help you with your chip shots because it bounces off the ground. If you've got an enormous, this is quite a big, this is not one of my old favourites, but if you've got one with a massive, massive flange being the bottom part, it could be a hindrance. This is not too bad. Titleist Vokey wedges are very good. I think 10 degrees is probably the most you want on a Vokey wedge, to be brutally honest. So again, outside, missed the ball, and I've got a foot tap in. So again, it's more visual than me just talking about it. So that could be pretty good if it goes left or right. Trying, not quite. Like I said, this turns your 3 shots into 2. Right, so that's your basic chip shot. What happens if you're lying around in the heavy stuff like this? If you're lying down like that, what happens then? Right, what do I do? Pretty much the same thing I'll do out of a bunker. Right, so it's lying deep in this rubbish. Now you can't even see the ball, you can barely see the ball. I mean, it's getting quite dark now, so. Right, I'd open the club face up, similar to a bunker shot. So open the club face up, take it outside the line, chop the legs off it. That almost went in on the fly. So same again, open the club face up, that's got a long way past. Right, now you find that happens quite a lot, which is the reason I let it happen. So that happens quite a bit. You go underneath it, the ball goes nowhere. So that came out quite nice. That's got a chance. Right, so the ball's buried, so outside the line, drop it down. So it's buried again, similar to a bunker shot, outside the line, drop it. Right, that came out too hot. It's actually knocked the other ball in. Again, outside the line, drop it down. So what you can see is it's very much like that bunker shot that I was doing beforehand. So outside the line, drop it down. If you're there in this heavy rough, you shut the club face, you hit, it will just, look, it come out, and look, what chance have you got? None. It's literally, I don't know, 20 foot past. So again, open the face up, so it's open, I'll show you from side angle in a minute. Drop the club on the ball, and it just missed just on the left. Again, open the club face, drop the club on the ball. So not too bad, those three. But keep going, don't stop. Do not stop accelerating. So I've left this one a little bit short, but the other two are within a foot and a bit. But the one I mishit, the one that came out the rough, I've got this 20 footer downhill left to right for par. And I'm not making it, I'm not putting with a sand iron or a lob wedge, but chances are you won't make that putt. For anyone that does come to play the Grove, if I'm being honest with, I don't like the way it's set up at the moment. I think the rough's too penal. I'm actually suffering a little bit with allergic reaction wearing shorts and going into that heavy rough. Yeah, don't hit it in the heavy rough. Well, unfortunately, we all do that. So I'll show you from sideways on. It's one of those. It's yeah. So bit of advice with the Grove. With the greens, I mean they're beautiful at the moment, but rapid. Don't read as much break into today. I've played here a lot of times, but don't read that much break. If I can give you one bit of advice for this place, it is undulating, yes, but the greens, a lot of the putts are straight, and you read too much into them. So next time, or if you do play here, obviously it's not cheap, but if you do play here, don't play too much break into the greens. Just a bit of advice of anyone that's going to be playing the Grove at some point. Hit more towards the hole, even especially from the shorter ones. Right, sideways on, here we go. So we're up, down and through. Okay, up, down, and, oh, almost. Right, and again. Right, I'm wearing sunglasses, it's getting kind of late. It must be, I've got a watch with me, it's in the car. It must be maybe 8:45, might be later than that. Right, up, out, through. Right, come out really nice, I've got a chance, okay. And again. So this is completely buried, this one's buried right deep down, so I've got to really get down into it, this one. Up, down, and that come out absolutely perfect. Oh, almost made that one. So I get a bit more spin. I'm saying that it's trying to spin, but it's releasing out. I'll show you the other way again, so I'm more squarer on. Maybe I should change the way I chip, eh? But that's why, that's not too bad, right, again. Not bad. But the thing I'm doing is I'm accelerating. I'm not stopping, I'm accelerating. We'll hit a few more, and then we'll call it a day. we'll have a little recap. So again, back through, not letting the right overtake the left. Gone a bit accelerate, hit the flag. So I went a bit aggressive on that. So let's go the other route, which is the higher route. This is the way I chip. Oh, same again. That should be pretty good. So you can see how much more spin that's got on it and stops. That's why I chip the way I chip. So outside the line, drop it down. That could be pretty good. So my two more shorter, the other one ran through, and that's purely because of the way I'm striking it. Right, let's just do a quick recap. So I stand fairly tall, back of the grip kind of towards the belt buckle region. I'm literally ball in line with the left heel, and I'm literally pulling the club outside the line, dropping it down. The same again, out, through, and there's your chip shot. So again, a little bit short that one, but it's fine. Out, through, that was quite nice. So slightly outside, wee bit short. Like I said, you can, and it's the way I teach, stand a little bit squarer on and not quite take the club that far outside the line. I'm just showing you the way I chip. So you can stand a bit squarer onto it, like so, which actually works out quite nicely. So I don't know how dark you guys have got it there, which normally it lights up a bit. It's extremely dark, and even more so in sunglasses, as I said before. Okay, so same again. Keep going, accelerate. Another thing you can look at is as you go through, and I'll do a more in-depth one on chipping at some point. The back of the grip doesn't point directly at me straight away, if it does at all. Because if it does, you're flicking your wrist around. Now, probably 65% of the people I teach that are having trouble with chipping will do that. And it's basically your wrists are going. And the grip will face you very soon when you're striking the ball. I try and keep it going. As you can see there, the grip, almost got in, just short. The grip didn't point at me until well after. There's a little bit of a turn of your body as well. So again, that was really nice. That's got a chance. Just beside it. Same again. Oh, just missed. Same again. Right, and this is the result you're looking for, obviously. So you're looking for that sort of thing. Not too bad. The one just behind the flag almost went in. Okay, so that was chipping, and also when the grass is kind of a little bit thicker around the edge of the green, a little floppy one, short floppy one. Again, hopefully you'll take this into your own games. I'm trying to help you with my experiences and the way I teach. Today was more about the way I chip, but I also implemented how I teach. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, like I said, a lot more to come. Okay, so from a dusky grove, thanks for watching. Thanks to the grove. Please like and subscribe as always. Vitally important you do that. It will help push the channel and help me to bring you more content. So until next time, goodbye.